just got out of watching Beetlejuice 2.
Yeah. Beetlejuice.
No, what have you done?
I know. Dale, go. Let's start.
I don't know. It's such a weird ass movie.
I know. Should we start from
Wait, I guess, but that's fine because it's a Beetlejuice movie, so that makes sense. Also, it's a Tim Burton movie. I don't think Tim Burton's directed anything in a while since this one, right?
I don't think so. It's been quite a while since.
What was like the last thing he directed?
Maybe it was Beetlejuice, right?
No, he. Oh, careful. I think he had to have directed something in the 2000s, 2010s at least, but I think this is like his return to the property. Which is like, this was his most famous movie he made, well known.
Okay, I don't know, but well, I liked it. You know, I
liked it too. I enjoyed it.
Me too. And it's a different kind of movie that we haven't seen in a while. You know?
Yeah, it's like a kind of it's a kind of movie. It has like a vibe that you don't really see a lot of movies do anymore. I don't know, like a lot of like it had creepy aspects, but it was also campy in the way movies from like the 80s and 90s were.
Right.
Especially for a Tim Burton movie. So I just feel like his style of making movies never changed.
No. And they're very like traditional, you know, like he stays pretty much focused on the way he does it. Originally did in the first one. So
yeah.
They were good actors.
I mean, a lot of the actors were returning. They were in the first movie.
I think most of them, right?
Yeah.
Which is good because usually when you see a sequel or a second part, you might see the main characters where some of the characters, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But in this one, they were all like all returning. I don't know which. The daughter might be.
No, the daughter, which is Jenna Ortega. She's the new character.
Right. But everyone else, I think, pretty much was in the first.
Yes.
You know? It was entertaining. I liked, you know, the movie. It was not, I mean, it wasn't that long that, you know, everything.
It wasn't a long or a deep movie. It was a fun movie.
Yeah.
I guess I guess the weird thing I'd like to say about the effects had like this charm where it looks like they would come out like an 80s movie than like a movie of today.
Right.
Like they would do this effect where like people's eyes would bulge out, you know, like over exaggerations, and it looked more like how they would do it in like an older movie. But I think that was like the point, to make it look more
80s, more older than modern and too much AI or.
I mean, because Michael Keaton's character is already very Beetlejuice, supposed to be very cartoony anyway.
Yes. But
a lot of the more physical cartoony stuff goes to him.
Like they didn't use a lot of that modern, I don't know how you guys call it, but that we've done
effects or whatever.
Effects, right? So it was more like the original effects that we use in the movie, so that made it look good.
I mean, I think Michael Keaton did great. It isn't like, it's not like he aged out the role. He still like went back into it exactly the same.
Yeah.
Still delivered it the exact same like it's in the original.
And you know what? Something I noticed, like the characters don't have long lines. They don't talk a lot. I don't know if you noticed that.
What?
Like the lines, you know, in a movie sometimes, like they don't have to say a lot of things throughout the movie.
Well, I guess because it's a sequel, so it's like everything's established. We're just re-meeting each other. What did you think of Winona Ryder? Because you said you haven't seen her in anything in a while.
Yeah, it's true. I don't, that I recall, I haven't seen her.
You've seen her in Stranger Things, remember?
Well, yeah, but that's like a series. Yeah, that's where I've seen her. But besides that, I don't think she's done much of movies. You know?
Yeah.
And I like you know, I like her acting. I like how she acts. I like her.
Yeah.
You know, she looked good. I mean, how old? She's in her 50s, right?
I don't know. I think so.
Yeah,
I'm not
she
sure.
looked good. I like her in her. She fits well in that kind of
Her whole arc is that she's now like a medium, like with a TV show, and she goes like places that are haunted, kind of like those paranormal shows you see on like TV.
yeah, and then she sees ghosts and she can talk to them.
Yeah.
That's right. And then that's like kind of the plot, right? And then her daughters.
She has a daughter now.
Right, she has a daughter now, and her daughter misses the dad, which is dead.
Yeah.
But she blames her mom, so she can see ghosts. Why can't she never see her dad?
Yeah.
Which that's like the plot of the whole.
That's like their conflict,
right.
because the daughter doesn't believe in ghosts. So
Right. She doesn't believe because her mom has never seen her dad,
yeah.
and you know, so she blames her like, okay, you see so many ghosts, but you never see my dad. I don't believe in that. I think that's like a charade or something.
Yeah.
Right. And then her dad, right,
Yes.
which is the grandfather.
Yeah, the grandfather character who is the married to Catherine O'Hara's character. The
Right.
movie starts with him dying,
Right.
and they go back to the old house from the first movie after his funeral to like move stuff or what. I don't remember what they were doing. Like just going back there. And there's like this whole side conflict with like her getting remarried to her
Producer.
I guess producer manager guy,
Right.
who turns out to be like a sleaze anyway.
And it's this actor. What's his name?
Justin Theroux or whatever.
Rose or whatever.
Theroux, however you say his last name.
Yeah. Yeah. And he plays kind of a dumb character.
He's dumb, but also kind of manipulative.
Right. And he talks her into marrying him.
I don't know. The way they wrote him is weird because they kind of want him to seem like wimpy, like the odd one out in the in this family. But then at the end, they also like give him like sleazy qualities. So I don't know how they were trying to portray the character. Because he also witnesses Beetlejuice at one point. So I don't.
That's true. At one point, remember,
He goes there with her at one, but he thinks it's like a dream.
right?
Right?
He's living a dream, right? A bad dream.
And then he probably dies at the end. I don't know. He got eaten by a big worm. That's like a Dune reference.
I know, that was weird.
Yeah.
That was weird.
There are like a lot of characters that didn't really need to be in this movie. Like the ex-wife of Beetlejuice. She was kind of an unnecessary character.
Yeah.
Honestly. Because she would just appear and then she would disappear from the movie for long stretches of time. And then when she would show back up, I was like, oh, right, you're a threat. You're also here.
Yeah, I don't really know the point of bringing her other than to fill up the hours.
Fill up runtime.
Right, the runtime.
I feel like there was too many side plots going on.
Yeah, because
Because you also had like cutting back to like Willem Dafoe, who was playing like this actor who used to play a cop on a movie show or something.
And then you also have her daughter meeting this boy that is a ghost.
And you also have the other side plot where like the daughter gets tricked into going to the afterlife by this boy who turns out to be a ghost. But then it turns out he's an asshole because he was actually a murderer and he wants to trade places with her. But then that gets resolved really quickly and he just goes to hell, I think.
Exactly. So there's a lot of little plots within the main movie, and I think they do it in order to give the movie a runtime, at least an hour or some, you know.
But I don't think it needed to be that long with those many side plots. You could have just made it like the daughter gets somehow sent to the afterlife, and then she needs to ask Beetlejuice for help to get her back. That could have just been the whole movie.
It could. But
I don't know why you needed all these subplots. It's like his ex-wife is trying to suck his soul for her cult thing, and we also have Willem Dafoe here, who's like a cop actor guy.
Yeah, tried to do a stunt and then gets blown and that's how he dies.
And he acts like a cop in the afterlife.
Right.
And then you have this other running gag where we go back to the grandfather who got eaten by a shark, and you just see his lower half walking around the afterlife lost.
Right. And then you have the Soul Train.
Well, the Soul Train isn't really like a recurring thing. You see like 2 times as a joke.
Yeah. The only thing I could think of is that there's a lot of plots in. And
The only real con I have is there's too many side plots going on.
Right.
I don't think there needed to be that many side plots or characters. You could have just kept it simple with like what I think is the main plot, which is like Jenna Ortega's character, the daughter, gets tricked into going to the afterlife or just gets sucked in there somehow.
Right. And then
You arguably didn't really need the ghost boy if you had to do like a heavy rewrite of it.
and then there's another.
And then Lydia, Winona Ryder's character, has to try and save her, but she needs to team up with Beetlejuice to help her get in there.
Right. And then you have the end.
And then Beetlejuice is also still trying to marry her, which is still a thing.
Which I don't really get that.
Well, that was in the original movie. He wanted to like marry her.
I know, right? But why would he want to marry her so he could come to the real life?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what it is.
And then the end. Well, you know, I don't want to skip all the way to the end, but it's kind of confusing.
I think we summed up most of the majority of the plot.
We did.
The ending is like a weird dream sequence Lydia has of like her daughter giving birth, and well, actually, it's a reference to a joke earlier in the movie where Lydia also gives birth, and it's like to a Chucky-looking Beetlejuice baby.
That bites.
Yeah. And then that joke comes back near the end where her daughter seems to have given birth to one too.
Right.
And it's like after this like really pretty montage where like she says, I'm gonna quit showbiz so I can appreciate life, and she's traveling with her daughter, and her daughter gets married, and then she's about to give birth, and
then
Beetlejuice baby comes back,
which is Chucky's Beetlejuice
Yeah.
combination.
I think so.
But then we don't know if it's that.
No,
true,
but
or
no,
if
I
she
think it was a
dreaming.
nightmare.
Exactly.
Because it cuts her in bed waking up, and then it cuts to Beetlejuice next to her, and then she wakes up again, and then her bed's empty, and then the movie ends.
Right. So I don't get the end yet.
I think it's just like a weird ending, you know, like
Right.
one more random thing.
Yeah. That's it. I don't really think there's much more to. Now my
What
question
about
is.
how about the character arc with the grandmother who just dies after being scammed?
Oh yeah. Of the two.
She's like the grandma character who's played by Catherine O'Hara.
Right.
She's like this pretentious artist lady.
Right.
And she's gonna do like this thing for the grandpa at the grave with like these snakes that she says are defanged. Which, can you do that? Can you defang snake?
I don't think so. But anyways, that's what she says.
She claims they're defanged.
Right.
And then she goes there, and then the snakes bite her, and she dies from poison. So clearly that wasn't true.
Exactly.
And then at the end of the movie, she goes back to the afterlife, but she does get reunited
with
the half torso of her dead husband. So that running gag resolved itself, I guess.
Right.
And they get on the Soul Train, which is literally just a bunch of people dancing to soul music while waiting for a subway train.
To go to the
Pearly
afterlife.
Gates, which is like heaven, I think.
Right. Exactly. So, you know, I don't. The end I didn't get, but anyways.
The end is like a, you know, random Tim Burton-esque.
I think it's just the way he does the movies, you know?
And
Isn't Nightmare? No, isn't. Yeah, he does Beetlejuice.
He made Edward Scissorhands.
Okay, so that's the way he makes movies, you know what I'm saying? That's his typical. He has a lot of little plots that they all at the end fit in.
Yeah.
So yeah. But it's an entertaining movie. I mean, if you feel like going to the theater and you want to see something,
I think it's a fun time.
Yeah, you could see it.
I think it was released at the wrong time, September.
They should have done it in October.
I think you should have waited a little longer, like maybe October season.
Close to
Halloween.
Halloween, right.
Did you almost say Christmas?
I almost said Christmas. Sorry. Yeah, closer to Halloween. Yes.
mean, I don't know why they would release it now, but
But it's nice. You could go to the theater and watch it.
It's a nice
it's
time.
entertaining, you know?
Yeah, there's a lot of funny moments in it.
And also the theater that we went to, it was so comfy.
Yeah,
Besides
it was a nice time.
Yes.
Do you want to rate it?
Yeah. Let's rate it.
I'm gonna give this like a 7 out of 10. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Nothing that special, but it was a fun time.
I'm gonna give it a 6 because it was fun. I did enjoy it. It's a movie to see, but I mean, it's nothing that I could say, wow, it blew my, you know?
Yeah.
So that's my rating, you know? 6.
Okay, 6 out of 10 and 7 out of 10. All right, well then I guess that's it for us. Comment down below, share with us what your thoughts on Beetlejuice was, if you've seen the movie already. And please like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.